Hello everyone! As promised, here is the Simon Says Stamp Sunny Days Ahead release and review video. I have almost everything here. I'm waiting on another package, but I wanted to film this because the release went live. Heads up for those that don't follow my other social media, like specifically my Prairie Paper Neat Facebook page. They're all linked in every description box, like my Instagram, my Facebook page, and then my blog and whatnot. But I shared a video just the other day, 2 days ago, whenever it was. Heidi, the owner of Simon Says Stamp, did an update. They are shipping. They were shut down for about 4 weeks because of everything going on, and they're in Ohio, and it was a strict stay-at-home order, so they were following the rules. And they just got cleared by their health inspector, etc., etc. And then they're doing split shifts. She explains it in the video, so I'm not gonna recap it. But they are shipping, which is wonderful. You know, I want to support this wonderful business that I am affiliated with and designed for and all that. So they're shipping. That's the biggest one. And then if you want this more specific details, yeah, my Facebook page, I shared it. You can just scroll down and there's the video. I'm really excited. So this release was delayed because of everything, but they went through with it, and I'm really glad they did, because when it showed up I was just like, oh. So I die cut everything I've got. Let's just dive into it. So this is the Sunny Days Ahead release. Really heavy emphasis on Mother's Day as well as graduation. That's just, yeah. And I've got a pile of things. No rhyme or reason. I didn't really organize. I've been die cutting. I have scraps over stuff piled up on the floor like I always do, because, you know, that's just what I do. So first off, of course, Tulip Background. I've already used this. I already posted a video for once using this stamp. I just posted that yesterday when the release went live. So I have a sample to share. I will have more, you know, as time goes on. But yeah, red rubber on cling foam, standard Simon Says backgrounds. Love it. Absolutely love it. I want to white heat emboss this. I want to white heat emboss this on color cardstock. I also want to stamp it tone on cardstock. I want to white heat emboss it and watercolor it as well. With this one, I used Ranger's Liquid Platinum. And I'll have a link at the end to this specific video if you want to check it out. But yeah, and I also stamped it on the inside. Just color on white. I love tulips. I love them so much. So that one, of course, is a favorite. And then the other new thing, these are the Reverse Mom Says. I think that's what it's called, or Reverse Mom. I always forget with some of these sentiment strips what they're called. Reverse Mom Days. So Simon has a ton of these available now in different ways. They are printed on Simon's 120-pound white cardstock, which I love. And there's a whole bunch of them that are just the white cardstock and the words printed in black, all different types, etc. And then they started doing these ones where it's black and the words are white, which I really like, because there's just something about that. That's why, you know, I always reach for small sentiments and I stamp them and white heat emboss them on black. So you get, in a pack, you get 2 sheets of a collection of sentiments, and then another 2 sheets of another collection of sentiments. So you get a bunch of variety, but you get more than one, which is really nice. So this one, the Mom Says, is obviously mom related. Bunch of words, you know, mama, mother, mum, you know, the mom everyone wishes they had, etc., etc. So just really good, for the new mommy, you know, so baby cards, that sort of thing. So I used these already, so I gotta put them in a little sleeve on the same card. Just trimmed them down and adhered them. They're handy. So there's that one, and then there is this one, which is a Grad one. So this is the Reverse Grad, and same idea. You get 2 sheets, and they're 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, by the way, of sentiments. So we're so very proud. Congrats, Grad. Congratulations. Flip that tassel, toss that cap, you know. Mission accomplished, best wishes for all your tomorrows, etc., etc. So really fun. Oh, and just like the other ones, these are laser printed, so you technically can foil these. I haven't done it yet. I have a love-hate relationship with my laminator. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I personally just like the black and white. I like how that looks, but you technically should be able to foil this. So I don't know. I'm sure other people have. I just haven't, you know, braved that yet. So we got that one. And then another pre-printed product is another, this is the Suzy AmyR. This is the Mother's Day watercolor prints. So these are printed onto distress watercolor paper. So you get an entire pack of them, and there's 12 different designs. And what I love about this one, even though it's Mother's Day, a bunch of them are blank. So you just have like the flowers and the images. And then other ones do have sentiments. But yeah, so you kind of get, you can kind of do whatever you want with these, you know. You can add whatever sentiments you want. You can do it for Mother's Day, but you can also just do any occasion. So I've mentioned these before. I really like these because they're nice. You could put them, you can throw them into, you know, a bag with some coloring mediums and take them on the go. They make good gifts for people, gifts for kids, other people that just, you know, just some pre-printed things that you can watercolor, color with Copics, color pencil, all that. Really, I really like the ones without sentiments because then I can just use them for anything. So really fabulous. So we got that. And then there are several new stencils. So this one is the Graduation Celebration. This is a layering stencil. So this is a set of 3, which I really like. So you've got the grad cap stencil with all the grad caps. There's confetti. And then there's balloons. So this is another one where it's like, oh, you could just skip the grad caps, just use the balloons and or the confetti. Birthday cards. There you go. You know? Or you can layer them all together. So you've got grad caps and confetti and balloons, you know, just depending on what it is you want to create. So just kind of a fun idea. I'm glad there's balloons there. I didn't even realize there was balloons until I opened it and I was like, oh, sweet. So I've got confetti and balloons. So I can use this for a whole bunch of other things and not just, you know, grad related. So we've got that one. And then we've got, this is the grad caps stencil. So this is just one stencil and just standard grad caps. So this will be nice as a background, especially with a lot of the like wafer dies and stamps, which I will get to. So this is just one where you could just do a nice subtle background and do it in, you know, whatever colors of the school of the person you're wanting to make grad cards for. So I got that one. And then we have this one I think is going to be popular. This is the Rose Trio and it's gorgeous. All these stencils are 6x6 by the way, just to give you an idea how big it is. So yeah, really pretty. I love the fine detail they're able to achieve with stencils now. It's so insane to me, and yet they're so durable. Like, they're just gorgeous. So that's the Rose Trio stencil. And then last but certainly not least is the Mom Love, which is literally what it is. You got Mom, and Love. I like how it's got a little vine through them. Really pretty. So you can choose which one you want. This is an envelope, but like A2 size roughly, just to give you an idea. So you could just stencil on whatever ink or paste or whatever, add a little like sentiment strip, layer it up, you're done. Like, love it. Love it. So we got those. And then we have the Spring Flowers 4 stamp set. This is a big set. This is a 6x8 stamp set. They call it Spring Flowers 4 because there are 3 other Spring Flower sets. There's also other ones that have been released, like other seasons. So there's a ton, and all of them are the similar style. I'm 99.9% positive that Christina Warner designed these. Like, she's done the whole line. So they're all done in a similar style, so you can mix and match them with all the other previous sets if you have them. So really love that. There is a coordinating wafer die set for this. That's in the other package, I think that's on its way. But this is one where I would definitely want the wafer dies because I'm not going to fussy cut this. I want the wafer dies. So, love. Just love. I just want to start coloring. It's a large floral set. What can I say? That's exactly where I'm at. So I had that one. And then we've got this one. This is a Mama's Love. Another 6x8 set. I really love how you've got the back view of these and you can add the kids to be like snuggle. Like I looked at this and I was like, oh, so cute. Love it. I think that's so, so adorable. I would have to like pile in several children if it was going to be me. But anyway, love it. Got some little hearts. You've got the pregnant mom as well. And then a whole bunch of sentiments, you know, Mother's Day and all that sort of stuff. So love it. Love it. And then, oh, there is a coordinating wafer die set. And I like that there's like a coordinating wafer die for the character images, but there's also wafer dies for a lot of the, like all the big sentiments. Because I like that. I like having sentiments for that. So we've got that one. This one's another favorite of mine. This is the Luck and Hugs set. Another 6x8 set. Big love. Love the sentiments. Like large sentiments. And then a whole bunch of building pieces that work with either one. So you've got good luck. Everything is going your way. Hugs. Everything is going your way. Can't wait to see you soar. We love you so much. You're going to rock this, etc., etc., etc. Love that. And then you've got all different sorts of little like graphic images that you can use to create, you know, patterns and backgrounds and that sort of thing, or just elements to add to these, as these all kind of take up like the bulk of your card. And then you've got like a hugs and a good luck as well, just like solid rectangle ones. There's a coordinating wafer die set to die cut the sentiments and like the little florals and leaves and whatnot too. So this one's been on like the top of my pile. I was like, after the Tulip Background, I was like, oh, I want to create with this. So we got that one. And then, okay, getting into all of the fun Grad. So actually, before I get to that, I will mention, and I'll just put on screen, there are a couple more sets. There is the really adorable Under the Weather set that is so cute. I just love the little happy face. You've got a pair of like rubber boots and the little sun and rainbow. I just think it's such a cute little set, and it can be interactive. It'll work with something that is coming up. So love that one. So there's that set. And then there is also, I think that was it. The other one was a wafer die set. Yeah, that was the only stamp set that I'm waiting on. Okay, so we got that. And then we've got the Hats Off Grad stamp set. So I love, you've got, you know, all the hands in their grad gowns throwing their grad caps into the air. So you've got sentiments, all of that. And then there's coordinating wafer die set for the arms and the grad caps and the diplomas. So we've got that. And then the cool thing is there's this quintuple slider wafer die set. Now I haven't made a card with this yet, but I will link to a quick tip video that Simon just posted. Nina Marie Trapani shows, and she did a couple cards. She used the previous stamp set that I just showed you guys, and then she did one using the grad cap, so showing both to use with this wafer die set. So it's a really neat set, but it basically just creates an interactive slider, and it was designed to go with this set, obviously. So the grad caps, you can move them up and down, which is really fun, but you can use it with other things. So I will link to her quick tip video so you guys can see, you know, in action how easy it is to assemble and how it works, because I'm a visual learner too. That's what I need to see. Like, I was looking at this at first and I was like, I get it, but not quite. You know, you just got to see it, and then the minute you see it come together, it's like, oh, that makes sense. So I will link to that so you guys can check it out, because yeah, I think it's really cool. So we got that. And then we've got several wafer die sets. I'll get to those in a second. First off, I'll do another new, this is the Mom Word Mix 2 stamp set, which, oh, I don't even put these away. I keep them pretty much sitting out. So, talked about these many times on my blog. Simon has Word Mix wafer dies and stamp sets and everything else. So, okay. These were previous releases. So we have these Word Mix sets. So these are Word Mix 1. So they're 4x6 sets, and it says Word Mix 1 on them. They coordinate with the Word Mix 1 wafer die set. So all these are great because these are just 2 stamps, lots of sentiments. And then Simon came out with Word Mix 2, which was much bigger sets, and I need to find my pile of those as well, because I'm just all over the place like I tend to be. Here's another one. Ugh, I don't know what I did with my wafer die set, but I'll get to that. So anywho, Word Mix 2 came out, and there's more than one set available as well. There's 6x8 sets, but yeah, we have like the Love and Valentine's Word Mix 2, and then there's other sets. Large, one stamp. The wafer die works with both. Hopefully that makes sense. So they got that. So this actually coordinates with the Word Mix 2 wafer dies. It's a smaller set because it's only one stamp instead of two. So I like that they did that. But yeah, same orientation. So this will work with the Word Mix 2 wafer die set. And I'll link to both. So the great thing is this is literally one stamp. One great big stamp. But then it has all of these. So you would stamp it once. I recommend, you know, a Misty stamp platform, something like that. And then you can die cut it with that one wafer die, and then you have all your sentiments. So I'm kind of glad, because something like Mother's Day, just to have one stamp instead of like, you know, great big huge stamp set with all the sentiments. So I'm kind of glad they did this. And yeah, you can also get this, you can trim these apart if you wanted. If you didn't want to use wafer dies, like they're all far enough apart that you easily could trim between the stamps if you wanted to. I know some people freak out about that, but it doesn't hurt the stamps at all. And if that works for you, great. There's some of the sets I've mentioned before, I've actually considered I might get, like purchase another copy so I can have one just as is for the convenience, but another one that I can just trim apart to use however I want to use it. So I'm thinking about it, and I might with some of the other sets because it would just make my life easier, because I use the Word Mix ones quite a bit. So that was my long-winded explanation. Hopefully that made sense. So we got that. And then we have this one from Suzy Design. Very classic Kathy Zielski style. Very clean. I love her just graphic style. So this is, of course, the Grad Party stamp set. So you've got a bunch of sentiments. You've got 3 different sizes of the grad caps, and then like a bunch of buildable words as well, etc. And then there is a coordinating wafer die that cuts out a lot of the big sentiments. Always love that. And then the grad caps. So we've got that one. And then we've got wafer dies. I am just going to hop right in. So we have this one. This is big. This is the extra large Congrats wafer die set. So it goes like this. Okay. So yeah, you've got the word and the outline. Again, this is roughly an A2 size, just to give you an idea of just how big it is. And then I did die cut it. Just like so. So yeah, great big huge Congrats. I like the fact though too, like you can use Congrats for kind of anything. Just depending on the colors you're doing, it doesn't necessarily have to be for graduation. You could do it on promotions or, you know, winning something, all that kind of stuff. New home, etc. You know. So yeah, got that great big old Congrats wafer die, which goes very nicely. Where did that one go? It does pair nice. There we go. The Grad hat wafer die, which is right here. Same idea with the Grad hat. You have an outline wafer die, which I die cut from vellum, and then the wafer die that cuts the pieces. So I just die cut it from black, and then some gold glitter paper. So you can pair it up just like so, and your card is practically done. So that is those wafer dies. And then there are a couple more. We have that one, that one, that one. Yeah, okay. So we also have these are both Suzy Design as well. We have a Grad and a Congrats wafer dies. Just smaller ideas depending on, you know, what you're kind of going for. So there's the Congrats, same thing. It's with the word and the outline. And then the Grad cuts out the word and the outline. And these go with like all of Kathy Zielski sets. She uses like the same fonts, which I love. I love the continuity, and it makes it so much easier to mix and match with things. So that's all the grad related ones. So we got those. Oh, and one more grad related. We have this cool one. This is the 2020 wafer die. So it die cuts that which also pairs really nicely with like that. And then you could do like congrats, you know, so all that fun stuff. Or you could do like this, and I'm like building cards right now. So yeah, fun stuff, you know. So, or you could do like, here we go like Grad 2020, you know, it's just fun. So that's all for the grad related things in this release. And then everything else, we have these fabulous, like kind of Mother's Day and then one more floral. So there are 4 mom or mum wafer dies. There's a mom one, like M-O-M. Just like scrolling through here to make sure. Yeah, there's an M-O-M. That one I don't have yet either. So it's like this style with M, just M-O-M instead of M-U-M. So there's that as well. I'll have it linked. So we have the mum, outline mum. So yeah, we have the outline that I die cut from vellum, and then the letters that I die cut just from gold glitter paper. And these go really, really nicely with, yeah, these pair. It's like, I'm sure they kind of designed it all intentionally, but these would pair nicely with the Suzy AmyR prints. You can like color them all up, add a die cut, add a sentiment. I need more hours in the day because like ideas are rolling when I get releases like this. So that's the mum, which there have been so many requests. I see that almost every time people release, when companies release like Mother's Day. So many other, like in North America it's not as common, but I know for a lot of people spelling mum this way with a U is really common elsewhere. So I know a lot of people really like that. So I'm glad that they gave a couple options as well as like in the stamps and whatnot. So that's the outline mum. And then we have the mum word and shadow dies. This is another Suzy design one. So of course it's in her style. So same idea. Vellum outline, and then I cut the words just from white cardstock. And then there is the outline mama. And that's similar to this one with the vellum outline, and then I just die cut the word from gold glitter. And then there's the M-O-M one that is the same as these two. Just, again, options. Gotta have options. So we have those. And then, of course, I was excited about this. It was a toss-up between this or using the Tulip Background and the Tulip Background one. But this was a very, very close second. This is the Stylized Tulips wafer die. These always end up being very popular. They've got so many of them now. So I just die cut it from white cardstock, and you can leave it as is. You know, leave the pieces in, or you could paper piece them and insert other, you know, die cut from different colors of cardstock. That would look really pretty. I did a video with the last release with a different floral one where I did like just a messy watercolor with the wafer dies, which also was really fun. So yeah, you've got options, and that's what I like so much. So this is a big wafer die as well, so you can kind of see it'll take up your A2 card. You could pair it with that and then add a sentiment strip. Love it. Love it. So we got that. And then last but certainly not least, we have the April Showers and Soft Sunrise Sequin mixes, and they're just pretty. I used this on that card that I showed, which is now underneath. I don't even know where it went. There it is. It like walked off. But yeah, I used this in the previous video, just attaching a few of them around the sentiment. I wanted them to kind of blend in, so the colors were just kind of perfect. So yeah, really, really pretty. That is the Sunny Days Ahead release in a nutshell. I will have links to everything in the description box below the video, as well as on my blog. On my blog it's picture links, so it's kind of easier to see versus just, you know, a long list of words and links below the video. So I will have a link to my blog post as well, and I'll link to that video with the slider so you guys can check that out just to get an idea of what it means and what it does. And then I will have more videos coming, of course, using the new products. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, thumbs upping, commenting, all of it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the support, and I will see you all very soon in the next video.